What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's me, your host, Will the Third, and welcome back to Sweet the Podcast, episode 22. And for this episode, I got a really good friend of mine, real estate guru, self-made brother doing the damn thing here in Central Florida and surrounding areas. If you're looking for a house or tips how to do it, and even navigating this economy right now during this pandemic, I'm sure he got a couple tips or some that give you some advice to see about buying your home or whatever you're looking to get in that area. So without further ado, without me rambling and going on, I got to bring in my boy. Here he is, Anthony Bertram. What's up, Anthony?
What's up, y'all? What's up, man? How's it going?
It's going good, going good. I'm just so excited for you to be here and for you to even accept my invitation.
No problem. I'm so happy that you started this podcast. We need a lot more Black queer creatives, especially here in the South. So do your thing, represent. I love what you're doing, and I'm honored to be a part of this, man. I really am.
Oh, that means so much to me because speaking of somebody doing their thing, that's exactly why you're on here, because you do your thing in real estate and just being all around cool ass dude, because I think it's that Sagittarius vibe that comes with that. And I just want to know, tell the people a little bit about yourself. Where you from? Are you originally from Florida? Just let them know.
So, Anthony Bertram, originally from Jacksonville, Florida. I was born and raised. Moved up here in 2006. Went to UCF. I didn't finish college. I was a college dropout.
That was me.
Right. I don't know. I bounced around a lot. When I first originally moved here, I wanted to be an attorney. So my major was legal studies. And I think doing my undergrad, I was just like, you know what? My freshman year, I was like, nigga, I ain't going to be able to do this. Nigga, I don't even know if I'm going to get past undergrad, let alone fucking law school. So I need to rethink some things. So I bounced around. I really stayed in the medical field for a while and got into medical sales. But it was something that I just really wasn't happy and fulfilled with. So I actually went back to one day I was dating this guy. He was an entrepreneur, and all of his friends was like either in sales or they were entrepreneurs themselves. And I remember vacationing with them, and they just had like this whole laissez-faire, like free life, and just whatever they wanted to do to work oyster. Versus me, I was on a damn clock and I had to request time off, and I was on a limited income, and it was just like, damn, this is not what life is about. So I really took some time after that vacation we had to think like, Anthony, what is it that you want to do? Because clearly you're not fulfilled. And real estate came up. So a little story about myself. I'm the oldest of my dad and my mom's kids. Grew up in a single family home. And me and my mom, when I was a teenager, we bumped heads a lot. One, my mom was bipolar. We didn't find out until what I was like in my mid-20s, what actually was going on. But because of that, it was a lot of mood swings, and I ended up moving out. And I ended up moving out with my first boyfriend, the first guy I ever met. And school started to fall by the wayside. I wasn't able to get back and forth to school. And my dad called me, and he was like, my dad lived in Indianapolis. And he was like, listen, so I hear that you don't stay with your mom. I have a sister that just moved to Jacksonville. I want you to meet her. So my aunt ended up calling me, and she was like, hey, I'm your aunt, Tammy, blah, 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 this and that. I'm a real estate agent. And just to let you know, I'm gay. Yeah, I have a partner, Bernadette, and I would like for you to come stay with me. I was like,
what kind of godsend is that? Like, damn.
Right. So the boy I was talking to at the time, he was like, dude, I really think this is an angel, and you should take her up on her offer. So I'd never met my aunt before. Never met my aunt before. She came and picked me up from the dude's house. And he was living in the projects with his brother. And I remember her pulling up in this truck, got in the car, her fucking makeup was done, hair was beat, jewelry, nails, just like done up. And I just remember having like 2 trash bags full of clothes, and got in the car, and my aunt got a phone call from one of her clients. And it was, like I said, she was a real estate agent. And the way she transformed and just became this powerful businesswoman.
Right.
And like, it just inspired me so much, because where I come from, the people that had money were drug dealers, basically. My mom was a trap queen. So everybody that I saw that had something was, in the drug game or doing something like that. So that was, my aunt was the first person I actually met that was a self-made like making legal money, and just put me on this path. So I wanted to do real estate in high school, but I was forced to go to college. The market crashed, and a couple of years later, it was just like, oh, okay, I think it's time for me to jump back in it. So I've been doing it for 7 years and been great at it since then. My first year, I was on HGTV House Hunters, and my career took off from there. So
You were, and I saw you on that episode. Honestly, before I moved here, I think you were on that. I moved here in 2015, the summer of 2015. You were on there when, like a little before that, or right around that time?
Yeah, around that time. It took a year for the episode to air. Man, yeah, I think it was around that time.
It was because I remember it coming out because I used to watch House Hunters religiously, and I was like, "Oh!" Then I met you, and I was like, "Wait a minute, I know you from House Hunters." And it's like, I was like, "It couldn't be you." Then I heard your real estate, and I'm like, "Oh, it was definitely him."
Oh, that's what's up.
That's dope as hell. So, and also, I can't believe that you were in so many other fields, just like I was, trying to find out what you wanted to do that related to making money, but not wanting to be stuck on somebody's clock,
Right.
and all of that, which I kind of still am stuck on somebody's clock. But hey, we're gonna work through that. Now,
we definitely do. So
with this pandemic and all this going on right now, what is the housing market looking like from a real estate agent's perspective? Is it a good time to buy, or should we wait? What's going on with that?
That's a great question. You know what? This is a very interesting time. And reason being is that none of us have been through a fucking pandemic. Nobody.
And the people that have is in a nursing home are old as hell.
Oh, man. Like, it was 100 years since the Spanish flu, and things are so much different than it was then
Right.
in the first place. So when this first happened, to be honest with you, man, I didn't know if I was going to sell another house or not. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, are you kidding me? Like, what am I going to do? But the great thing about people is that we know how to adjust. So to be honest, to answer your question, the real estate market really hasn't changed as far as sales being at a whole. Now, what has changed is the amount of people that put their home on the market because of COVID-19, right? But consequently, we have less buyers at the same time. Banks, as a precaution, has up and tightened up their reins when it comes to qualifications. So pre-COVID-19, as long as you had a 580 credit score and your student loans wasn't in default, and you made a little bit of money, you've been on your job for 2 years, we can get you in the house. Now, your credit score needs to be almost a 700. Like, banks are serious about that. You have to have reserves, you have to have a savings, and you have to have a steady income coming in. Banks basically want a buyer that is economically healthy. So it's a good thing because what they're trying to do is prevent what happened during the housing crisis.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I really want to point out, a recession does not equal a housing crisis, right? A housing crisis is something totally separate from the actual economy falling. Actually, the housing crisis is the reason why the economy failed. This is different. This is a pandemic. So now what we're doing, I'm working with well-qualified buyers now. So anybody that is looking to get into the market right now is a great time if you qualify, because interest rates are extremely low. The government is doing everything they possibly can to stimulate the economy. So we're seeing interest rates in the low threes, and I haven't seen that since I first got into real estate, when the government was trying to stimulate the economy from the previous crash. So you can buy a house right now with a very low percentage, and then you also can take advantage of not having that many buyers as competition. So you can probably get a great deal. New construction builders are basically throwing money at you to buy their inventory.
And this is like a loophole, because you say that it was easier. You could just have 580 credit score to get it before the pandemic. Mm-hmm. But now, since the banks are like, hold up, people getting laid off their jobs, people, we don't know where their next check gonna come from. So we can't just be letting everybody get a house, which I get it from that business perspective, but it's like, damn, when you got a chance. Well, see, a lot of people didn't know that it was that easy. I guess, this should have been an interview before the pandemic to get a house.
I was dropping gym drops, and almost the gym drop I was doing, I was like, hey, you guys, you can buy a house at 580. a lot of people were waiting for the market to crash. That was the main thing I kept hearing from people. If people were following, I was like, I'm just gonna wait for houses to be $200,000, like an $800,000 house to be $200,000 again. Ooh, that's not gonna happen anytime soon. And sitting there waiting for that to happen,
you'll never buy a house.
You never buy a house for one, and you might miss out on so many opportunities. That $200,000 house that you can possibly buy now may appraise for $500,000 in the next 5 years, and guess what? You missed out on $300,000 on profit waiting on the market to crash. It may not happen for the next 10 to 15 years.
Exactly.
So it's just like you basically. I tell people you have to pay the cards that you're dealt. And I know people are asking me now. It's like, is it a good time for me to go ahead and buy and sell and flip? And I'm like, listen, as of right now, it's a great time for you to go ahead and get a home, hold on to it, let them see what the market is going to do, rent it out, make your passive income, use that as extra income whenever you do get ready to buy another home, and just do it from there. And then when the market is stable and we know that it's continuing to climb, then that's when you go ahead and sell it and flip it. But it's so many different opportunities you can take advantage of right now. People in power and people with money know this is during pandemics and during economic crisis is when the most millionaires are made right now, because you're able to take advantage and buy things for dirt cheap. So I try to educate my people and let them know that, like, hey, you pay attention to what big companies are doing. Amazon they're making the most money they ever did right now. Like, Amazon is killing companies right now.
They can't lose. They just they're too big to fail right now. Like, they just own it. They own it.
They are. They're adjusting. So we have to do the same thing.
Adapt. We gotta fucking adapt. Speaking of adapting, and you've been through a lot with careers, and I've seen the success you've had in real estate. So you've always admired me, and I've always been like, whoa, that dude is a model to see how you could step up and take life by the reins and do this shit yourself and be your own boss.
Yeah.
Now, with you going through all of that and, being successful in your career, do you have time for love interest? Do you talk to people? Do you date? Are you interested? Do you feel like you have to choose love or your career to be happy fully in either or?
Okay. So
wait, I gotta light a blunt to this.
Right. This is how I see relationships. I look at relationships as a business merger, basically. That's exactly. I look at it as a business. So I need for anyone I choose to to be in a relationship with or partner with, they have to complement and be able to flow with whatever I got going on effortlessly, like without any issues. I am dating someone. I have a quarantine boo. Okay, this is what ended up happening. I think I met this dude. Two months or so ago. It was just supposed to be a hookup, and this whole Corona thing happened. And I was like, listen, let's come up with an agreement. Like, we ain't gonna be able to do these little random hookups and everything like that. That's what we committed to each other. We chill, we eat, we do our thing and everything like that, and we just spend time together. And it has been amazing, to be honest with you. It's helped keep me sane throughout this whole pandemic, and it's been great. But as far as like a relationship, I need someone to be able to come and either be where I am mentally, or at least to try to at least be on the path of getting there. And same thing career-wise. It's just not even, you don't even need to be in your field, but you need to have a plan. You need to have a goal that you're working towards. I don't want you to have that survival mindset. I need you to have a thriving mindset, because you bring that to me.
Ooh,
very easy for me to get off my shit. So I'm very careful when it comes to relationships. Sex is a different story, but when it comes to actually partnering with somebody, then we need to be able to fit it.
So you and your quarantine boo been getting it in during the quarantine, during the lockdown.
Getting fat. Fucking every day.
My God, today.
It's been amazing. I'm happy. It's just be young now, but
ain't nothing wrong with that.
It's not, especially during this time. But it's been great.
Because he can keep his stamina up.
Multiple rounds. Nigga, you ain't got shit else to do but the fuck.
Just fuck. Let's just fuck. Why are you? What's the problem?
Right.
Not,
Right now we're binge watching Vampire Diaries, and it's just like nigga between ordering crabs, binge watching and Vampire Diaries and fucking and selling houses. Things are great. So
life is good
yeah.
in the Bertram compound. Let's just go. Okay, so tonight, since we can't be on here long, everybody is talking about bada boom, bada beam. Erykah Badu versus Jill Scott.
Yes.
I am excited for this. The flyer, just throw that up there real quick. It's supposed to be. I think it may. Because did you watch Teddy Riley and Babyface? Did you watch that one?
No, I was hunching. I did not get a chance to watch that, but I did see the highlights and people talking about it and stuff. What's your take on it?
It was crazy. And the night that they finally got it right, it still wasn't right because it was crashing the damn internet because people didn't know you could watch it on desktop. So now they've let people know you can watch it on your desktop live. You can watch it on your phone, whatever. Now, when it comes to Erykah Badu and Jill Scott, if hit for hits, they got the hits. I feel they can go hit for hit, deep cuts even.
Yeah.
Now, if you had to choose just from what you know, pre-versus tonight, who would you choose and what would you say your top song by them would be to make you be like, you know what, fuck it, this is who I'm finna pick.
Yes. So
you could check your library, check the
listen, and I just because I want to sing the song. Now I've been thinking about this because I know you said you was gonna pose this question.
Yes, we got to talk about it,
and we got to talk about it. These two are two people that I have not seen a concert that I really would love to see. Like before I die, I have to see either Erykah Badu or Jill Scott, and I've heard both of them are amazing.
Amazing, I heard that too.
However, when it comes to like, I'm a big music fan, and whenever it comes to music, I need to be able to feel it, right? And music needs to be able to take me back to certain places, like when I first heard them and everything like that, and how they make me feel. And the person between the two that does this is Jill Scott. Okay, Jill Scott and I love Erykah. Erykah, you can't go wrong with Erykah.
You can't.
A goddess, like I fucking love her. This bitch is selling a coochie candle.
This bitch selling her pussy scent. What her pussy scent?
And the shit sold out, bitch, when she released it. So you can't come on. Jill Scott, I love her, and one of my favorite fucking songs by her that really hits is "Prepared" off of her Woman album. So I just gotta be prepared. After a breakup or before a breakup, I'm gonna concentrate on myself, get my shit together, do what I need to do to be right whenever a relationship does come. And that's basically the time. That's the space I'm in. People ask me, am I looking for a relationship? No, nigga, I'm really just working on myself. Like honestly, journaling, motherfucking being okay with being by myself and everything. I felt Jill Scott Prepared that song. So that's me. How about you, friend? How do you feel?
I'm definitely gonna say Jill's fucking Scott, just for a lot of the reasons you said, and because I love Erykah, number one. Let's just say, I mean, if other side of the game alone would make me be like, but Jill Scott, she speaks to you. I can't even put words. It's like ethereal. She real. She'll pray with you, call out to Jesus, then she'll go grab a knife and cut the bitch that's looking at her man. Yes. It's just she.
That was it? Long Walk or whatever. I remember
getting in the way. Look, girl, I know you don't understand, but you're gonna have to understand. He's my man now.
And she's from Philly. She hood, but she classy at this.
That's what I love.
That's so, bitch. That's motherfucking Jill Scott is a savage. So I love her. And then on top of that, the bitch can act her ass off. Almost everything I've seen her in or show, she does amazing. Jill Scott is just a better, well-rounded entertainer to me. Compared to Erykah, but Erykah takes you there. Erykah does take you there.
She does, and Erykah they're both amazing from what I see on TV. Like live performances, they got it. They both can pull it off. So okay, Erykah, I'm sorry, but
I love how they're promoting it. It's a sisterhood,
right? They're not beefing. Speaking of sisterhood and beefing and verses, Brandy and Monica. Monica, you heard what Monica said? She said that'll bring up too much of that 1998 beef, and she don't want to do that.
Both of them, I saw both of their responses when they were being interviewed on this, and both of them was like, "Listen, why do it have to be a battle? Like, why can't we just come together and just like celebrate each other's music? We're two different artists. Like Brandy and Monica really are. Like, it's just you have your choice. You can like both of them. Shit, you really ain't got to pick one because it ain't. They don't have anything similar.
They don't really, honestly.
So people just like that drama shit and all this other stuff. But I would love to see that. I definitely would love to see them do their thing. To switch gears, I was on Twitter and somebody was talking about Kaya told Kaya battle, and this bitch was like, "Oh, bitch, who would like to battle me? Trina." And I would love to see a versus battle between Kaya and Trina, especially.
I would love it.
Come on now, that's the biggest rivalry that we know between female artists.
I could go for that.
I can too, and I think both of them do it. People like, oh, do they have hits? Kaya does have hits. Kaya is an amazing motherfucker. Almost all her motherfucking albums slap.
Damn, every song Kaya put out it goes in. Like
she makes it from fucking scratch. The bitch damn near makes the beats herself.
Literally, we watched her make beats on when she was on the Queen's Court.
Yes,
we watch her make these songs up in her next caller. That shit was made up.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Friend, I love that shit when they were on there, man. It was unfortunate that Kaya gets in her own way sometimes, but the world needs to see her talent. Like it's you are really seeing creativity just embodied into a black ghetto ass girl. And if she learns how to like curve that shit, the bitch can take off and just dominate so many different fields. And she was on the path to do so with Maddie.
She was. They would have changed the fucking talk show reality game up. They would have changed that game, and I hate that they didn't do that. But I thank you. Let me flash a name across this motherfucker. Who we got here? Anthony Bertram. And I'm gonna email you tonight about something. Okay. So yeah. And everybody, this is Anthony Bertram. Anthony, any last words? Anything you got to say? Because we got to go to watch, the verses.
This verses, yeah. So Anthony Bertram, if anybody that's looking to buy, sell, or invest, please, reach out to me. You can give me a call. My telephone number is 407-580-0208. Or you can email me at anthony@bertramestates.com or check out my website at bertramestates.com. Do not call me unless it's business. I know some of y'all, I used to do a podcast before, and some people will call and text me over some stuff. Don't do that.
And do not call him on no bullshit, because if we correlate the text after this goddamn interview, we gonna find your ass and block you.
Check out my gym drops too for real estate tips on my Instagram at Tony_the_realtor.
And repeat that one more time in case they didn't hear you.
Tony_the_realtor. On Instagram.
Boom, boom, boom. There he is, Tony Anthony Bertram of Bertram Estates, my boy. Thank you so much, man, for doing this. And you're going to be back, even if I have to force you on this motherfucker.
I would love to. Listen, I love to talk shit, so let's do it. Anytime.
Thank you so much. And I'm gonna hit you up after this. All right.
All right, talk to you later. Bye.
All right, y'all. So now I got to go watch this motherfucking... Erykah Badu and Jill Scott. We appreciate you watching Sweet the Podcast, and I don't know what the YouTube is fucking up the quality of this video because this is 1080p, bitch. So I'm gonna go and get in YouTube's ass because I can see it in the playback over here. All right, so don't worry, I'm gonna get in that ass. Bye. Me and you us never part.